Welcome to the weekly tarot for all the signs from Monday the 23rd to Sunday the 29th of January. Hi everyone, this is Nikki and welcome to another episode. And this week I am bringing you the weekly tarot for all the signs for the week of the 23rd of June of 23rd of January till the 30th of January. 29th. Apologies. Mercury retrograde. I apologize. So we have finished coming out of Capricorn season. What a time it was. We still got like lots of planets in Capricorn. So, some of us are still working towards those goals and dreams. We've got Mercury retrograde. We also have Venus retrograde. But it is easing out, guys. And, it's going to be a bit more of a fresher time. This week has been quite heavy. We had the full moon, which was in Cancer, with Pluto involved. So there's lots of fears that came up. And also, obsessions and all these thoughts definitely came up this week. And we also had another life-changing time with the nodes changing as well. The North Node in Taurus. I've also got a video on that, guys, so check that out. It's for the next 18 months. So there's a lot of changes, and also coming into Aquarius season as well. This was actually a good thing. But we're still in Mercury retrograde, so if I do go a bit blank, I do apologize. So I've pulled out 3 moon cards because it feels very much an emotional week for some reason. And the moon cards really, they really spoke to me. And because we are easing out of January as well, going into February, it's like when you're moving out of a space, like emotionally, and your emotions are going to be going into another space. It's like a new time. It's like a time of cleansing. It's a time of purging. So these cards are pivotal to that as well. And every month something happens. Even though the weeks do change, every month something happens. So let's see what the first card has to say. So the first card is, we have the end of a tough news cycle approaches. So I feel definitely that it's just like what I said, the end of a tough news cycle approaches. And when this happens, it's not an easy time. January feels quite, yes, it's really great if we can really get back to that daily grind, but it's just not easy. Like the whole energy feels quite heavy at times. We've just finished Christmas, we're entering the new year, and it's like go, go, go. And it takes some of us a while to get into that. And, especially like this week, it may have felt really like things were not working out well. Because whenever planets go retrograde, it's not a time that it's not a time that you should dread it. It's just a time that you just have to go over stuff that's in your life. And some of the stuff can be really uncomfortable. It can actually be very traumatic. You can feel like, oh, I thought I've gotten over this, and now I have to, go over this again, have this conversation again, do this work again, dredging up things. And this full moon in Capricorn card, it's a tough one. It's a tough one. Because it's about patience. It's really about patience. Capricorn doesn't like to rush. And with this full moon in Capricorn card, telling us the end of a tough new cycle, that means it's a tough time. It's a very tough time. And to come through it, that means because Capricorn is ruled by Saturn. And it is about karmatic lessons. So when it says a tough time, looking at tough, that means we had to go through a lot of things that were very tough, very tight, very, how do I get out of this? But we've learned. So this card is also saying it's like, you know, whatever you've learnt and whatever you've had to go through this week, you're going to now start seeing results. You're going to now start seeing benefits, opportunities, you know. So it's about looking out and seeing what goodness actually comes as well. The second card we have is adjustments are required. So going from ending of a tough new cycle to adjustments. So we're going to have to adjust to what is coming into our lives as well. Some of the things that come into our lives this week can be quite shocking as well. And we're going to have to adjust. There's some things that are going to be changing as well for some of us that we have to adjust to. There could be shock surprises. There could also be, you know, adjustments also could mean, you know, coming back down to earth, because this is a third quarter moon. So we're going to have to adjust from the full moon and see what's going to be happening. You know, feel free to let me know what happened if you want to. But yeah, I feel that the adjustments are going to be good. And I also feel that it's like, you know, Uranus, sometimes it brings something into our lives and it's like a lightning bolt. And we have to adjust, like, how to, like, really, like, you know, be grounded, how to calm down, because this fantastic thing has happened, or this shocking thing has happened, and how do I deal with it? So we just have to adjust. And the last card that we have for this week is a new start is coming. So once we adjust, guys, a new start is coming. Adjustment card also means as well, I even forgot to say that try to be more open, because when we're open, new beginnings, you know, it's a new moon card. A new start is coming, and we are easing into a new moon, which is in Aquarius anyway, more or less next week. So it's always good to have a new beginning happening. You know, we've gone through the darkness to adjusting, and now we are coming into something new. It actually feels like a birthing. Some of you could actually be rehashing, rebirthing, really feeling like quite warm in the body as well, like warm in the lower body, I'm feeling, because there's this crazy, like, there's a huge, like, excitement that's happened, and it's like, what is gonna happen? You know, it's like, it can be also feel quite anxious, and after just like, boom, here it is. It's like, wow, you know, all what I've gone through, and now this is happening, you know, all what I've wished for. Because this card also is like a wishing card, like you've wished on a star, and now look what's here. And, you know, we're easing into February, so it's a brand new energy that's happened as well. So just know, whatever you've gone through, whatever you have to adjust to, a new beginning is coming. Okay? So, guys, that was like the general energies for this week. And now let's get on to what's going to be happening for the signs. So let's start with Aquarius, because, you know, you are the star of the show, Aquarius. Aquarius. So we are, you know, happy solar return. So this week, you have the Eight of Swords. I keep getting the Wands and the Swords mixed up. I apologize. So Aquarius, there are things that you're bound to that needs to be released, because we're coming into the new moon, which is in your sign. But some of you guys may be, I feel like the energies this week is that you are tied to something, but you're not really sure whether to let it go or whether to make it stay. I'm also seeing that there's not conversations that are happening within you guys. And this could be, you know, you're asking for advice in some way, but I feel that your mind is very, like, fixated on this situation that's going on. And you know, deep down, I do feel that there's some releasing that's going to be happening, but you guys may be, you know, just sort of like digging your heels in because you're not really ready. You don't want to be forced in any way. But I feel like towards like the end of the week, you know, you're going to come to this realization of, okay, this is what needs to be done. This is what I need to do right now. And I've also picked out a moon card for you, Aquarius. You have a time to give, then rather take. Okay? And it's a new moon in Virgo card. So, a time to give. Give your all. Give your worries. You know, take off those blinds that we see. I feel a lot of you have to work very hard in order to, you know, not be too stubborn and stuck in what is going on in your life this week. This week feels very busy. You know, this is your solar return, so it feels very busy. And this also could be to do with, like, you know, general sphere, like a job or, you know, something personal in your life. So you have to give. So when it says give, I feel that you have to be open. Try and be as open as you can. Because, you know, any worries that you have, people can help you work through it. Pisces, you have the Chariot card with the answers you need are coming. So Pisces, I feel some of you are quite anxious this week. I feel some anxiousness this week. There's an energy that you guys are trying to control. And it's about asking yourself sort of questions as well, like really going deep within your heart. The Chariot card is about determination. So I feel that you guys are really, you know, determined to get to the bottom of what exactly you guys are actually feeling. This card also is, you know, the Cancer card. And Cancers are, you know, they're emotional beings. I say this card is more like the Cancer outer shell. So some of you guys could be projecting, you know, a steeliness, a strength, but inside you guys are really crying inside because you want to release, you want to say something, but you're probably feeling very proud. There's nothing wrong in projecting a strength, Pisces. But if things are really building up, then there's something drastic you may need to do. But, you know, it does feel very quite emotional as well. But you guys, and I feel it depends on where you are, Pisces, whether it's at work or, you know, whether you are. Yeah, I feel it mostly at work in a professional atmosphere that you guys are putting this strength on. When you come home, there's just so much angst. But this angst could also be like, you know, new things are coming to your life as well. So it could be many things. And the card you have is the answers you need are coming. It's a full moon in Gemini card. So there's answers. You know, I feel a lot of, some of you guys are going to be doing things privately as well. Probably asking yourself or even writing down. It's actually really great to be writing down your thoughts. Like, why do I feel like this? Why am I thinking like this? Why am I... All these things are really coming up, which could actually cause you guys to feel like, ooh. So the answers you need are coming. So keep working on yourself, Pisces. Keep writing because the answers are coming. Aries, you have the Fool. Lovely seeing the Fool. We are in a 21-year tarot cycle of the Fool anyway, with the expect powerful change. Wow, powerful week for you, Aries. Very, very powerful. So Aries, a new beginning, brand new beginning. You guys sort of like remind me of the Fool in a way, not in a crazy way, but you guys are always on to something new. And this Fool is just showing you that, you know, keep doing what you're doing. You guys, I feel that I keep saying this, but you guys are always not looking back into the past. For you, the past is definitely the past. I feel also for a lot of you Aries, some of you Aries, that the new beginning that's happening has been one that you've been working towards. There may have been some delays some way, you know, because maybe we got Mercury retrograde, which is in your 11th house, and this is probably causing some delays. But I feel that you guys are really not really watching that. It's just like, I'm just going to do it. I'm just going to go for it. And even if you do have to go back in any way, you're not really bothered, because that's how you learn. Some of you guys also are feeling very fearless. I feel there's an energy of fearlessness, more so than ever, because, you know, you're the firstborn. And Aries in general, you guys are always, you know, you are very sensitive you are sensitive, but you're also fearless, but you do have a lot of insecurities. But I don't feel a lot of insecurities this week. This week is very much a go time, and there can be lots of flashes of brilliance, flashes of excellence. I feel some of you guys also are going to be seeing people that can actually help you on your journey as well. But know when to have that downtime, because, you know, you don't want to burn yourself out. And you also have expect powerful change. So I feel this is more when you're meeting people. There can people you're meeting this week, Aries, and they could have a huge impact on your life. And this is a new moon eclipse card. So this is going to be this is very much a powerful time. And anyone you meet this week, Aries, or anything you do is going to have like a karmatic effect. It's like it's supposed to be. So, you know, you guys are definitely following what your heart and mind is saying. So very much a powerful time this week, Aries. Taurus, you have the Queen of Cups with work through your fears. Ooh, new moon in Scorpio card. Wow. So this week, Taurus, you know, we had this eclipse, which has been in your eclipse, the North Node, which has been inside of your first house. And it's funny, you got this work through your fears card, because it's new moon in Scorpio, which rules your 7th house. And this is also in Scorpio's 7th house. So the Queen of Cups, Taurus, is an emotional woman. And I feel a lot of you are feeling this week is very much an emotional week. The last week was very powerful because of the nodes in your sign. But this week, it's like you guys are actually allowing yourself to feel your heart. Taurus, you guys in general are very emotional beings, but you're just very grounded. But this week, there's going to be some emotional conversations. I feel a lot of you are going to be doing some creative work, really getting down to what you're feeling, what your emotions are guiding you to do as well. I feel there could be some tears, like emotional tears. It's not like, oh, because you're feeling sad. It's just like, it's just an energy, an outpouring of what needs to be done. You know, I feel a lot of you actually really want to be closer to home as well. You don't really want to venture out too much. Obviously, we're in a demic, but this really does feel like a time of you being closer to things, people, places that you love. I feel if you have children, they're going to play a huge role in what's going on this week. They could actually make a lot of you feel like a kid. I feel so, I can even see some of you Taurians doing like drawing with your kids as well. You know, drawing things that you used to do in the past, you know, like, oh, let's do some drawing, you know. So it feels very much, you know, your kids are going to play a huge part this week. And it's like the tears are just going to flow. Whether you're watching like a TV, I feel some of you are going to be really ingrained in like poetry and, you know, just like general creativity. It's like you're giving yourself that time to really feel and really emote what you're feeling, whether it's through creativity or whether it's through general emotions. And, you know, when the card says work through your fears, it could be some fears that's come up. That's one of the reasons why you guys feel very emotional. It's a new moon in Scorpio card. So it's like release all this darkness or angst or anxiety that's building up within you. Some of you also, I feel, could be quite secretive in what you're feeling it and you're emoting it, but you're not going to actually say. So some of you may actually, or you don't want to say. So some of you may be like, sort of like being stubborn, digging your heels in. But once you're in that comfortable space, you're going to say what exactly is going on. And this could be with your kids as well, or this could be with your partner. So very emotional week for you, Tauruses. It's good that you're letting it out as well. Gemini, you have the 8 of, I was going to say 7. You have the 8 of Pentacles. If you are good enough. So let's talk about the 8 of Pentacles. So you guys, it is reversed. So the 8 of Pentacles, for a lot of you Geminis, is obviously about, you know, craftsmanship. But I feel that a lot of you Geminis just want to relax. You want to chill. I feel some of you also really felt that energy of the North Node going into your 12th house. So there are some people, places, things that you guys need to do, but you're just not really feeling it. It almost feels quite cheekily that you guys are thinking, if it's not done, it's not done. I just can't be bothered. And there's nothing wrong in that, Gemma. There's nothing wrong in not wanting to do any work. Sometimes it's just best to just listen to your mind and your body and just relax. Some of these things I do feel may be very important that you guys may be leaving behind. You know, I feel that some of you have put a lot of work and effort into this project or situation, and now it's just like sort of like left. You know, the number 8 is about, you know, what you put out, you get in, or what you put in, what you put in, you get out. Sorry. So, you know, if you are expecting anything this week, Gemini, and you don't get it, it's more or less it's because, you know, you probably haven't put the work in. But still, it's still good that you guys are really looking after yourself, taking care of yourself, listening to your body, or most importantly, listening to your mind. I feel that some of you may feel quite, you know, frustrated with things are not really moving. You could also be feeling quite frustrated within yourself because, you know, some of you may want to do what you need to do, but you just haven't got the energy for it. But, you know, listen to your mind, Gemini. You know, if your mind is saying, or your body is saying, just do a little bit, listen to that. If it's saying not do nothing, listen to that as well. You know, yeah, I don't feel that some of you guys are feeling any consequences at all. You know, this is not really a week to be cutting corners in any way, Gemini. You know, I just feel that you guys, you know, the energy is just of rest, even though there are things that you guys need to do. You know, you got the card, you are good enough. That's what it's saying, you are good enough. You know, if there's any insecurity that comes up this way, because, you know, there can be some insecurity as well, Gemini, that, oh, I'm leaving this and I know I should be doing this. You know, it can actually play on you, but sometimes, Gemini, if you just push yourself and you're just not feeling it, it can just be more detrimental. Remember, we are Mercury retrograde, which is in your 9th house. So, you know, it's about listening to yourself. You are good enough. You know, next week is definitely a different week, you know. So, you know, if you feel, like I said, if you feel that you need to do a little bit, do it. If you're not, you're not. You know, it's all about listening to yourself, but still knowing that you are good enough. Because the full moon in Virgo card is a hard working moon, you know. So the things maybe like tickling on you, like tick, 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 come on. But, you know yourself. Cancer, you have the 6 of Wands reversed. With okay. So when we have the six of Wands is generally actually, you know, regardless, it's a good card to have, because it is about, you know, you've come through something and you've got people around you. Some of you, I feel like some of you could be feeling quite lonely this week. You may not feel that you have like the groups or organizations or even like people understanding you in some way. I feel that you guys could be feeling very like fiery, but, you know, anything that you do, you have to really put a lot of work and effort into it, and even more so than any other times you've actually done it. I also feel that you guys, so I feel that some of you guys may think that there's not a lot of, you know, you're not having a lot of support, but it's mostly, it might be just to do with like, you know, your mind. Remember, we've just come through a new full moon, which is in your sign, and it does linger for up to a month, because it's in your, because you're ruled by the moon. So 2 weeks to a month. I feel definitely a month. So you guys are probably feeling in your emotions. I feel that there can be a little bit of drama this week. It's only because you're feeling that you have to do everything alone. You're not getting the support you need. People not really understanding where you're coming from. You could be also feeling very heightenedly emotional, very emotional as well. Some of you Cancers can be very cheeky and just decide to, you know, put all of that, you know, emotional manipulation in the way. You know, that's a very cheeky side to some of you Cancers, but you know, you don't really need to do that. I think you guys know it, but I just think if there's some things you want done and it's just not getting done. So this card is show the world the real you. So show, if you're feeling lonely, show it. You know, this is a Leo card. Okay, it's about pride. So some of you could be going into that shell of pride or shutting down. People ask, are you okay? Yeah, I'm fine, I'm fine, I'm fine. Show you know, if you're feeling hurt in any way, it's just best to show it this week, Cancer. If you're feeling lonely, if any emotion that you're feeling, it's just best to show it. If you guys are feeling I'm not going to show it, it's because you're very much into yourself, into your feelings. And this is a full moon Aquarius card, so it's quite a stubborn moon. Okay, so you guys will have to work really hard to show. I feel like a lot of you guys have to really hard to show what you're actually feeling instead of what you're actually projecting. Okay, because you guys, again, I feel a bit like Pisces, putting on this cape of everything's okay, I can do this, but why isn't no one supporting me? Why isn't this happening? Why isn't that happening? So this could build up a lot, and it could also cause resentment. So it's about showing, but you guys will have to work hard to show it as well, because Aquarius moon, it's a full moon. Actually, Aquarius actually rules your 8th house. This can actually feel quite traumatic for a lot of you. So it's about digging deep and just showing. Okay. Leo, you have the World card. Wow. So you also have a powerful week, Leo. I feel a lot of you guys actually want to, you know, go your own way. You guys are, you know, traveling, completing projects, completing things. Some of you, I feel, have decided like to quit a job. I don't know why job came up. There must be a reason for that. But I feel that some of you have decided to leave like a group or organization, a job, definitely. You guys are looking, the motto is for you Leos this week is I'm always moving on to something new. That's what I'm getting, because the World card is an end of a journey. So you guys have come to an end of a conclusion. And this may have been bubbling from last year. It could also be bubbling from last year, February, because the moon, the sun in Aquarius opposes you. And it's about your relationships. So this could also be a relationship as well. But you guys want something fresh to come. So you guys, I feel, are going to have to work really hard to end what you need to end. And like I said, it's a long time coming. And you got, look at the bigger picture, full moon in Sagittarius card. So if you guys are procrastinating in any way, look at what can happen when you decide, when you make a decision. I feel that you guys have already decided anyway, but it's just like there's some hoops that you need to go to. But look at the bigger picture. You know, look into that, look into your heart, because your heart can be showing you, because the Sagittarius card, which is a, you know, spiritual card, look at what you can have, look at what you can gain when you let go, when you decide to go on this new journey. The World card is the Saturn card. So it is about, you know, time. It's also about restrictions as well. So you guys may feel those energies, but look what can happen when you do decide to take the plunge. You know, you guys could be talking to people or thinking, oh, I actually really want to go, you know, but, you know, not physically. So now is that time to physically make that move because you're looking at the bigger picture. Virgo. You have the King of Wands. So it's a time of feeling bold, Virgo. You guys are feeling very bold, energized, ready, action orientated this week. You guys are going to be showing this type of like leadership skills that can really shock people. I feel that you guys may feel very fearless as well, because this is the Leo card. There's a lot of fearlessness energy. Feel that I'm also seeing that some of you guys are just taking the reins by the horns and just delegating. Like, this needs to be done, that needs to be done. Why isn't this done? Why isn't that done? Almost like a bit of a bossy energy that's coming, Virgos. You know, I'm also picking up, there might be some confusion along the way because there is things that are being said, but things are not really clear. Like, you know, like in a group setting, like there's like things that needs to be done. Like even if it's on paper, but no one's doing anything because people are a bit confused. So you're looking at it and it's just like, okay, this needs to be done, that needs to be done, you know, and people are just really like looking like, oh, I didn't know that you had a mouth. I didn't know you was like this. So you've taken the bull by the horns and you're just ready for it. You know, you have a lot of fire, a lot of action coming to a lot of you Virgos. You guys naturally have it, but sometimes it's just a bit dampened because, you know, you guys are very much bogged down within the details. So you guys are following that King of Wands. And it's not like you're being bullyish in any way. Yeah, probably a bit bossy, but, you know, it's just that it's just a case of, let's just do it. Let's get to it. Because if we don't, nothing's going to be done. And you got, be bold and make the first move. So, you know, it's like what it says on the tin, Virgos. You know, if something needs to be done, just, and especially if you know what you're doing, if you understand what's being said, be bold and do it. It's a cardinal moon, which is cardinal energy. It's an energy of new beginnings, initiating new action, being bold. You know, Leo, even though Leo is fixed, I still see Leo as it's like cardinal energy. It's very much bold. It's very much bam. So this week, very bold energy. And well done to you, Virgo. Libra. I think you've had this card before, Libra. It's a temperance card. So some of you guys, I feel, are getting very spiritual. With the luck is on your side. Wow. These are Sagittarian cards. So some of you Librans could have Sagittarius moon and rising, or Venus or Mars in your chart. So like I said, I feel some of you are getting pretty spiritual this week. I feel I can see some of you Librans like reading spiritual books on like philosophy, the law in some way. I feel that you guys need to you need to get really down to like a problem or an issue. But even though you are very much in your mind, you're like coming out of yourself and just getting quite philosophical. And some of you could also be, you know, seeking advice from like a priest, seeking like a new mentor, but they're very spiritual. I feel that some of them are very much into like the spiritual side, i.e. like meditation. I feel that there's going to be a lot of advice that you guys are going to be having. This is more to do with like guiding you in like into the light. Yeah, so it's like a new beginning for a lot of you Librans. Very much a time of, you know, seeing the world through another side instead of seeing it just through beauty. You're seeing things for what they really are. And, you know, the nodes that were in Taurus and Scorpio, you know, you're ruled, you know, I feel that for some of you Librans it's not going to impact you, even though it's in your 8th house. I feel this is the time that you guys are really going to be transformed because, you know, you are ruled like Taurus by Venus. So the eighth house is about transformation. So you guys are definitely being transformed this week. Some of these things that you are reading, Librans, you would never in a million years dream of doing it. But now it's just like, you know what? I'm just going to, let me just dip my toe. Because this card, Temperance card, is Sagittarius, but it's also about moderation. So you guys could be just doing everything at once because there's a lot of excitement. Like, oh my God, why didn't I know this before? I'm gonna read that. You just probably want to do everything at once, but you know, easy does it. You know, one book at a time, one guru at a time. You know, and it's saying, you know, luck is on your side. So whatever you're gonna be, you know, you're transformed this week. So luck is definitely on your side. The eighth house is also to do with the occult as well. The occult is, you know, it is astrology. It is philosophy. It's also tarot as well. The eighth house is a psychic house. So your psychic awareness could really be picking up as well. It's guiding you to, you know, read this, talk to this person, talk to that person. I feel also some of you could be aligning yourself with like a different group of people who are very spiritual. So very transformative time for a lot of you Librans. Be very interested to hear how this goes. Scorpio. Ooh, wow. Scorpio. You have the Ace of Cups. Okay. So the Ace of Cups of emotions running high. A powerful new week for you, Scorpio. Powerful. Whenever the aces come up, it's always a new time. A new time emotionally, creatively, a new time to do something physical, a new time for a new love. New friends can definitely come in. And, you know, I feel some of you Scorpions don't find February, like Aquarius or February season, very easy. So it's always good when things start to like really pan out for you in a way that you've never really envisioned. Some of you deep down know that, you know, something's going to be happening. You just don't know when. And this week, bam, comes out in the blue. I feel that you guys are going to be, you know, shedding like old, like layers emotionally of yourself as well. It's actually really good. And you've got emotions are running high. So when emotions run high, it can actually feel like things are going to be really bad, but they're actually not. Things are just going to be really, it's going to actually be really good this week. I feel a lot of you Scorpios are going to feel like the emotions more. I think all the water signs, but definitely you. You know, you've got the nodes, which is in your 7th house. So, you know, there can be some conversations, like brand new conversations concerning your emotional state. Things that you've been, you know, wanting to purge to someone very special. You guys are going to be very honest, probably blatantly honest as well, that what you like and what you don't like. Even if afterwards you guys may feel, you know, depending on how the conversations go, it may feel quite, some of you guys may feel like emotionally on edge, but the main goal is to be transformed emotionally. So this is a new beginning for this. Sagittarius. You have the 2 of Wands. So you guys are all about, once again, like Aries, you're all about, something's going on with the fire signs this week. Something's really going on. You guys are all about moving forward. You guys don't give a crap. Anyway, yeah, you Sagittarians, I feel are coming to a conclusion that, you know what, I did good. I really did good. I consolidated my loans, my debts, yeah, you guys are very much about looking, you know, I feel that you guys are feeling that the future's looking brighter now. Definitely looking brighter. There's things that you guys have seen and done or heard, and some of it I feel some of it has been quite uncomfortable, and I feel that it has concerned a lot of you guys, but you know, it feels like you lots, you guys is like career in some way has been untouched. And now things are slowly coming to, or could be fast. You know, remember this is a fire sign. Some things are coming together now, and it's just like, okay, like you said, I've got the whole world in my hands, and you know, I feel really divinely connected in my heart, mind, and soul. I feel a sense of unity with people around me, or especially unity within myself. And now I'm confident that, you know, things will work out the way that it should. Even if there are any delays, it's like you're almost having a conversation with yourself, Sagittarius. So, yes. So, yeah, you guys are definitely, yeah, you guys are moving forward, but you're still like this feels like a philosophical side as well. Like you know, you guys are really getting in touch with your spirituality and, you know, yeah, I feel definitely it's a very spiritual time, and you guys are just looking back, not like looking back in a way that's, oh my God, it's just like looking back like, I'm really happy with what's going on now. Yeah. And then you have a personal issue reaches resolution. So I feel some of these things a bit, you think you guys feel, it's like you guys are like scorpionic some way, like you guys have got something really hidden, like really deep within inside. And you know the same with Sagittarius, they're very good at concealing their emotions, because life always changes, so why dwell? But I feel that you guys are, there is a dwelling nature, but you're being very philosophical about it. You're very, that's what happened, and it's like the past is also coming back, but you guys are, you're not looking back at the past, but sometimes it just comes. But it says a personal issue. It definitely could be a personal issue, but it reaches the resolutions, and I feel the resolution is more in the case of, you're looking at what happened, but you're not living in it. You're all about, the future's always bright. So very much a time that you guys are being that Sagittarian guru. And last but not least, we have Capricorn. You have Capricorn. Okay, so you have the Five of Pentacles, which is reversed. The Five of Pentacles is about a loss. So, we've come out of your your sign, Capricorn. And, this card is about a spiritual loss, financial loss in some way. If there's any loss, especially if it's financial, because it's a financial card, if there's any loss financially for a lot of you Capricorns, because this month is, the month of January, especially December and January, was a lot of you, I feel, came into your own. You had Venus in your sign, still in your sign till March. But, some of you guys may have really, what's the word? I feel that a lot of you guys really came into your own in terms of finances. And I feel on one hand, some of you were really good, really generous with your time and your finances, but some of you were not. And remember, you're ruled by Saturn, which is about karma. So it can go either way. I feel if some of you did have any type of had loss or felt any loss, like you haven't got enough, if something didn't go through, like a business didn't go through, or let's stick with the business. If the business didn't go through, you probably lost something, like some deal. It's about looking why it happened, and if it was, it's about really being honest. Were you greedy in any way? Did you hoard? Did you hide? Yeah, remember Pluto's in your sign as well. And that's going to be digging up. So there could be some digging up that's gone on. And, it's not to say for the world. It's just like this digging up that you have to be honest with. If it was a delay in any way, That's obviously because we're in the Mercury retrograde. It's in Aquarius and it goes into your sign. So I feel that this week may feel very like grounding for you guys. And I say grounding as in humbling. Because, you know, sometimes when something's in our sign, we feel very like we've got the whole world in our hands. It's very, you know, oh, I've got this. Nothing can touch me. You know, because the shadow side to Capricorn is of that. It can be quite snobby. It can be very, you know, this is a general, guys. But it can be having that cold side, like not caring about anyone else but the self, as long as it's climbing its own ladder. But sometimes we get humbled. So this week I feel a lot of you are humbled. But like I said, if it is to do with like, it could be also be a delay in something that's meant to come through and it hasn't come through. But again, you have to do that deep psychological work with Pluto and seeing what part we've played in it. Okay, so this card of meditate and contemplate is, if you guys can meditate, that'll be excellent, because you guys will, you know, you guys will connect more to your heart. And Capricorns are very, very sensitive. I know a lot of Capricorns and they're very sensitive, but it's just, you know, Saturn has put a lot of restraints on them, a lot of restrictions on them. So doing a type of meditation, this can actually give you lots of answers. It can actually make you feel more into your heart, you know, emote more as well. It could actually make you feel more empathy for people that have lost, or empathizing with yourself about why you've had a type of loss as well this week. Or some of you guys, I'm always picking up, some of you guys may feel you haven't got enough and you actually have. So one of the reasons why this card of meditate and contemplate, it's a new moon in Pisces card. This is going to be grounding you in an emotional way to make you see that, you know, it's about being satisfied with what we've got. You know, so it does go either way, but regardless of how it goes, Capricorn, you know, meditating will really help you. Getting in touch with that, your heart space. Okay, and also Pisces rules your third house, which is about the mind. So there could also be, you know, especially in your dreams, you could be there could be lots of messages within your dreams. And this week is very life-changing in order for you to be very emotionally open. So a bit of a deep week for a lot of you Capricorns. So guys, that was the weekly for all the signs tarot. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Please don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Head over to the description below for any details that you need. Also check out my Instagram and check out my TikTok. And yeah, and feel free to let me know how the week has gone for you. So thank you very much, guys, for listening. I'll speak to you soon. Take care. Bye.